Dear Vice Chair Fragala, Vice Chair Harbeck, and members of the committee, my name is Collin Ledford, and I'm Representative Tran's legislative aide. And as a resident of Northeast Portland, I'm also her constituent. I'm a proud son of a combat veteran. Before I was born, my dad served our country in the Army as part of the 82nd Airborne, as a service member in the invasion of Panama, and as part of Operation Desert Storm in Kuwait. This experience left him with PTSD and other injuries that over 30 years later finally led to a 100% disability rating from the VA. Growing up the son of a disabled veteran wasn't easy. It meant periods where my dad was unable to work, unable to provide for our family. Saving for college is never a possibility when you're struggling to hold a job long enough to make mortgage payments or put food on the table. And the trauma and disability that my dad faced due to his service ultimately led to my parents filing bankruptcy and separating when I was a teenager, wiping out what little my parents had saved to put me and my brother through school. It was because of the federal Pell Grant and the Oregon Opportunity Grant that I was able to attend Portland State with a minimal amount of student debt, becoming the first in my family to receive a bachelor's degree, and that ultimately led me to the job I have today. I know how crucial education can be in opening pathways to better opportunities. And then in December of 2024, my dad was finally found to be unemployable due to his disabilities, which brought his disability rating to 100%. This was a truth my family knew for many years, and I have no doubt that if my dad were not disabled due to his service, my family would have saved for mine and my brother's graduate and undergraduate studies. Soon after he was found 100% disabled, I received a certificate of eligibility from the VA for Chapter 35 benefits, and I'm 24 years old at the time. I brought this concept to Rep. Tran because I know that were it not for years of processing delays, years of back and forth and misdiagnoses and re-diagnoses and other barriers, my dad would have received his rating years ago while I was still in college and while I was under 23. I have Chapter 35 benefits because of the sacrifices he made serving our country and the barriers that I faced growing up. And being just a little too old should not preclude me or others in my circumstances from receiving these waivers at Oregon's universities. HB3920 honors disabled veterans and their families and provides educational pathways for children. Age should not be an arbitrary barrier, and students who are eligible for Chapter 35 benefits should be eligible for a tuition waiver for longer to align with federal changes to the program. Thank you to the committee for your time.